Flipside, Connecticut. Thanks for joining. This is number 2, Vinyl Finds. I went to one of my 5 record stores this past weekend and I bought 2 records. First one is a Dave Edmunds record. This is his second one. These are covers from the 50s and 60s. This album is called Subtle as a Flying Mallet. It's got songs like Let It Rock on here, the Do Ron Ron, some Spectre songs, but I enjoy it, Dave Edmunds, a lot in building my collection. I grabbed this as soon as I saw it. This is Richard Lloyd, and Richard Lloyd is one of the 2 guitarists from the band Television, and this album is Alchemy. This is his first album, a year after they broke up from Television. Richard Lloyd is masterful lyricist and guitarist, and I really enjoy his work. And I mentioned last time, try to check him out on YouTube, documentary. Look for Richard Lloyd documentary, and it gives you a great insight. But really glad I found that one. I don't see that one around. Okay. So we started our record shows for the season, and I went to this one, and I got there early, the early bird, at 8 o'clock in the morning when the vendors were setting up. But also, as you know, when you go to shows, vendors are also shopping, and you got to deal with the elbows and the rush, and they're trying to find things and collect things so they can resell. You know the story. I try to be calm and cool, but it gets competitive. Your blood flows. You want to try to find quickly, but eventually it eases up as time goes on. But there's a few records here I got for $2-3 and a couple for some more money, but I was pleased with my finds here. I had maybe 15. So real quick, the Electric Flag. Most of you probably know Electric Flag as Mike Bloomfield's band he made. This is their second album, but he's not on this. This is Buddy Miles plays drums and does the singing. A funk R&B type album, and it's a radio station copy. Next thing is Ron Wood and Ronnie Lane. A soundtrack, Mahoney's Last Stand, and this is from 1976, and there's a bunch of people on here, Kenny Jones, Peter Townsend, Ian McLagan, Bobby Keys, Jim Price, so some of the Stones crews on here, and instrumentals, and you do hear 1 or 2 songs sung by Ronnie Lane, which is always a treat. And this is from 76. It is produced by Glyn Johns. And those of you who don't know Glyn Johns, look him up, please. Still collecting Bonnie Raitt, and this is her debut album. She's 21 years old here, and this album is strictly blues, and I am just so blown away by her sounds and what she has given into this. I guess you could say country, blues, some rock industry. When you listen to her, she just blends so well with her musician and band. She's not trying to overpower. She's not trying to exert herself like you hear other bands today. She just meshes in so well, and it's such a joyful time to listen to her as opposed to what's out there. This album is more scratched than I thought. I do have to get a new one. The Flying Burrito Brothers. This is the Gilded Palace of Sin, a must-have. Of course, you got Graham Parsons, Chris Hillman. This is the debut album. I have a few of theirs, but I do have to get this one in a cleaner copy. And I think most of you know about them. I don't know if all of you know who this guy is, but Emmett Rhodes. If you are a Beatles or McCartney fan, You need to get this. Emmett Rhodes was heavily influenced by McCartney and the Beatles, and you hear it. He plays all the instruments on this and is just a phenomenal musician. From 1971, he has a couple albums out. He's still around, but I don't know how much he's doing, but highly recommend it for someone to try to listen to him if you don't know who he is. Robin Trower, we know who he is. This is live 1975, and from the picture, I always thought that this was an arena show, but this is a show from Stockholm Concert Hall in Sweden in 1975. And Robin Trower was an original guitarist for Procol Harum, who I'm learning a lot about too and really enjoying their work. Punch the Clock, Elvis Costello. Collecting Elvis. Okay, different genre. If those of you who don't know this person, he is a huge influence on many guitarists, especially in the 60s. Django Reinhardt. This is an album from 1955. I grabbed it. I'll grab anything Django. A guitarist friend of mine recently, about last year or 2 years ago, turned me on to him, and I've been collecting his stuff. I don't have much. It's kind of hard to find, but I again grabbed this, and jazzy, but he's just a magnificent player. And what's great about this, in its pristine condition, is Little Nipper. I think that's the name of the dog, with the gramophone, and that's old school, and I like old school. Okay, staying with the blues. Not the godfather of slide, but definitely up there as one of the greats and biggest influences, Elmore James. This is Special Blue Series. This is put out by Bell Records. I think 1968. This is a UK import, and this is just wonderful. He influenced, as most of you know, and those who don't, your Duane Allmans, Eric Clapton, Ry Cooder, Brian Jones, you name it, they all wanted to copy Elmore. Staying with blues, I had to grab this John Lee Hooker, and look at that picture of John Lee. My God, is that great. This is an album called I'm in the Mood. It's stereo. I think this is from '68. Up front, and again, blues, grabbed it. My daughter asked me a while ago if I had this album, and I said no. I wasn't collecting records in the early 90s, so I got this for her birthday. And it is a reissue, of course. Going to the punk, new wave, Singles Going Steady, the Buzzcocks. And this is from 1979. This is a compilation of the Buzzcocks, and a must-have. Peter Shelley, some great work. They were some original band. They were an original band in the punk time, along with the Pistols, Damned, then with the Clash. Stiff Little Fingers. I don't own any of these. This is my first one. This is another band. They're from Belfast, Ireland. And this is a live album, and the name of it is Hanks, which is sort of in the dialect in Ireland. When you say thanks, that's how you say Hanks, and that's what it means. This is a live album that before they went on tour in the U.S., they put that out so some of the market in the U.S. could buy it. Love my Stiv Bators and Dead Boys. This one is Lords in the New Church, 1983. This is Nothing Sacred, and I just enjoy Stiv in anything he does. The Method to Our Madness, 1984, and I believe some band members like from Sham 69 and a couple other punkers in there. All right, three more. I am in process of trying to collect everything Paul Weller, which is from the Jam. This is called Setting Suns. This is their, I think, their fourth album. But anyway, it's from 1979. It is a promo copy, and this is a just phenomenal record. Anyone who does not know the Jam, they are sort of post-punk. They were dressed up as mods. The suits, the ties, just classy guys playing some good funky music. They had Rickenbackers guitars, and if you know that sound, that's what they sounded like. But either I would say you like them or you don't. Give them a chance if you don't know them. But it's a great sound, some soulful sound, very powerful. And so he was managed. They were managed by Paul Weller's father, and he really directed them and really held their hand through their whole period, which was probably that helped with success. But he was a brilliant lyricist and musician and performer, and still going. And Paul Weller's solo work is just magnificent. And another band he made was Style Council after the Jam, which is horns and sort of funk soul type music. Not for everybody, but I just think it's brilliant work from them. So that's the Jam, Setting Suns. This is the live one, Dig the New Breed. And this is just some live compilations from 77 to 82. This is an import. And here's their first album from 77, The Jam. And this is In the City. And this is just great album. And what's really cool about this one is there's a programming notice. And the following 2 tracks contain language that segments of your audience might find offensive. Please screen carefully before airing. So this is 1977, and they have this sticker on there, which is really neat. Going to be buying more of the Jam. I'm looking forward to that and listening to it. That's it. I do want to promote one pick of the week here for a newer band called, I think it's The Savages. They're out of England. They're 4 ladies, who are just, to me, so talented. And again, this is new wave punk. If you want to give it a try, give it a try. It's a combination of Susie and the Banshees and Joy Division. I don't think you could lose with that if you enjoy that genre. I'm putting a link down below. Give it a try. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. And keep rocking. Bye.